sun and heat continues. There are some people already asking for the rain, funny enough. With that in mind, what's going on today? It's kind of interesting reading this one. It dealt with a story where apparently there was a retired lady who was, I guess, flying a drone, and she was capturing various stuff, and people, I guess, took exception to it, and they actually grabbed her drone and all that, according to this anyways. How about this one? This one says, retired BC woman takes on company and fight over drone footage. Mary Reynolds cackles in mock horror that anyone would accuse her of being some wicked witch of the West on a broomstick. How could I be harassing anyone from 200 feet in the air? The 71-year-old Reynolds doesn't give a damn who likes or dislikes her. And in Union Bay, a little seaside community that's certainly not over the rainbow or our town, that's apparently a few. So according to this, they took huge exception, I guess, to her flying the drone around the area. Don't know why, for example. I guess the claim is maybe they're doing something illegal, and it's one of those you get paranoid if you see anything around. It says Reynolds is suing a local shipyard warehousing and marine service firm, Deep Watery Recovery Ltd. Director and manager Mark Jurisic, along with 4 John Does. She alleges they tried to intimidate her and destroyed her drone. They deny all her charges and have responded with a countersuit, insisting she is engaged in a campaign with others that is wrongful, high-handed, and deserving of rebuke for trespass, nuisance, invasion of privacy, and illegal operation of a drone. The feud started when Reynolds began recording videos of what was happening on a local beach. Nobody can see what they're doing there unless you go up in the air, she explained, but the eyeball in the sky gives a perfect view of what's going on down there. It's a mess. So apparently, I guess she took an interest in things like aerial photography or video, and she's flying, according to this, a Mini 2. And it says the concerned citizens of Bain Sound and the Comox First Nation feared the ship breaking could leach asbestos and other hazardous materials into the ocean. They denounced the operation. In February and March, Reynolds' lawsuit alleged Jurisic attended the residences of community members who have publicly criticized DWR shipbreaking operations as posing risk to the environment, and has engaged in threatening behavior, including pounding on the doors and windows and threatening to bankrupt them if they continue to criticize DWR operations. In April, the Comox Valley Regional District launched a BC Supreme Court action seeking an injunction to stop the work. So there lies, I guess, the dispute between the parties, per se, if that's what you want to say, in terms of potentially why they don't want any video footage. And according to this, I guess, one day when she was flying the drone, she was about to land it, but then the person, I guess, approached her. And it says a tall, middle-aged man who weighed about 250 pounds, Reynolds estimated, Jurisic, towered over her 5'8", 125-pound frame. Before she could land the drone, she stated, as it was about 2 meters off the ground, Jurisic grabbed it, yelling that she was harassing him. In her claim, Reynolds said she did not know Jurisic at the time, nor that he was a director and operations manager of Deep Water. So according to this, afterwards, when he took the drone, he apparently brought it back to her, and she claimed anyways that it was broken and they deleted all the footage in the actual drone. I mean, if that's true, that's really bad. And then ultimately it says afterwards the guy tried to claim, I don't know, she's doing all this illegal stuff. Like for example here, it says in front of her, according to the statement of claim, Jurisic called the Mounties and accused Reynolds of harassing him and his company, and that she was operating a drone in a contravention of regulations in a no-fly zone. She is seeking general, special, aggravated, and punitive damages, as well as special costs. She also wants an injunction keeping the defendants and any deep water employee from approaching her home. So wow, so many, I guess, little bits of this story overall. I mean, it's not uncommon for the drone operator to get harassed, but in this case, it makes me think too, if what she says is true, where's all the punishment for this guy? Because with all the over-the-top regulations, ironically, treating them all like a manned aircraft, shouldn't him grabbing the drone and all that be considered as if someone, I don't know, like shut down an airplane or something like that? Yet nothing is being done over that. You don't hear anyone usually saying anything. It's only like what? If a kid's flying in, I don't know, let's just say controlled airspace in their own house below the roof and all that, that's such a big deal, but people don't focus on stuff like this, where whoever's flying the drone's getting harassed like crazy, and what she said is true and all that. And I haven't heard any updates about this in a while. It dealt with that slap in terms of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock during the Oscars and all that, and everyone was wondering what's going on. He didn't really say anything or apologize to the person. Well, apparently I guess he released like a public apology video, which a lot of people were talking about. And in general, like here it says what? It's been a minute. Over the last few months, I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. I mean, overall, it sounds like he talks about how he is remorseful, and he ultimately says he reached out to the Chris Rock, but then he said he's not ready, I guess, to talk to him yet.
Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk.
As well, some of the stuff he says is kind of interesting with the wording. Like, I believe he says something like, I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. I'm human, and he made a mistake and all that. So it makes you wonder, in that case, is he truly sorry, or is it more because you have to do this? Otherwise, everyone will always view you in a negative light. 'Cause I know he's lost a lot of projects apparently, and some even canceled because of that situation, because no one wants to be attached to it, I guess you could say.
It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me.
It's kind of hard to say because everyone has different life experiences and all that. I know, like they say, people make mistakes, but at the same time, some people, they use that to their advantage where they would manipulate people, saying, oh, you know, I'm just like everyone else, I won't do it again, yet they do it over and over again. So I don't know personally in terms of what he's like, really, like when the cameras aren't on and all that. But that would be my concern, where how many times has this happened for someone to actually have the confidence to do that on live TV in front of so many people? You have to have like a certain level of, I don't know, like what the word is in terms of confidence, arrogance, or whatever you want to call it. You must have been doing it for not necessarily a while, but maybe more than just that person itself. That would be my concern in terms of how genuine the apology is in general. All right, See you guys later.